Hey everybody, Jamie from the Rain Doctor's YouTube channel, and today I was going to show you how to remove a gear case and put it back on a mid-70s 20 horsepower Mercury, which, mind you, works the same as a 7.5 and a 9.8. And that's all the video was going to be. But once I pulled the gear case off and opened up the water pump, I found some important things that I wanted to share with you. And in the end, we wrap it all up with me back here to tell you how easy this was. All right, let's get going, and don't be afraid. This is an easy task. Let's go. So this is our engine. Notice I've removed the spark plugs, as well as obviously disconnected the spark plug leads, because we don't want this thing starting on us when we're tinkering around with it. So the next step, believe it or not, is we flip it over. All right, there we have it. Flipped over. Now I've taken the precautions of wiping the hood. I've also put cardboard down, and I've put some cloth down as well so that I'm not going to scratch that hood. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to remove that nut, the nut that's in front of it, and that nut. Then we're going to lift it off. So you might be asking yourself, well, why is it flipped over? And you don't have to flip it over to obviously take it apart. You can do that laying on its spine. But the magic is going to be when I go to put it back together. Everything will stay straight and it should go on easy peasy. A little bit of a bump to open it up or split it. And there it is. Just got to take this nut the rest of the way off. And there it is. So you notice down inside there, that's the sleeve or the lineup tube for the water pipe. So we're going to have to fish that out. So while I have it out, I'm going to do the water pump, but I'm not going to show that repair. I've got plenty of videos out doing that already. But what I wanted to show you is you can check how your engine is running, or if it's carboned up, or what's happening, or if it's flooding even, for example, by checking the drive shaft. So that means that this engine is carboning up, so it's probably ready for a decarb. I've gone over and talked about a little bit about decarbing in another video, and I'll reference that at the end of this video. I had no intentions on talking about the water pump or showing you steps with the water pump, but this was just so unusual I had to. So someone's gone ahead and they've replaced the water pump, so we can see that it's all intact. It's got to be replaced again, right? We can also see that there's damage inside. But what is really strange is whoever did the water pump left broken fins in there. There's one down inside here as well, where the key is fallen down inside. So I'm gonna have to pick those out and yeah, finish up on the water pump, and then we'll be back to the video to put this back together. Water pump is back in, grease on that shaft, and grease on that shaft, and yeah, let's go ahead and put it on. All right, I verified that the engine itself is still in neutral, and I verified that the gear case is in neutral. Now, here comes the magic. Because everything is now straight up and down, we've got nothing that is sagging. So all we're gonna do is drop the gear case into place here. We're gonna collect the water shaft, or the water pipe. That's in. Now, if we get stuck, which we are right now, it's because we're at the wrong angle. We want the bottom to now drop a little bit in order to get it on. Now, it's not uncommon once we get to this point where it wants to argue a little bit and get stuck. But there we go. Okay, I'm just gonna lift it a bit and turn it. Ouch, I pinched my finger. Okay, everything's lined up. Now, all we should have to do now is reach down, and remember, everything is disconnected, so the engine's not going to start. Pull on the rope, and voila, it's together. We're still in neutral. We can shift and make sure that it's gonna work. It is, yeah. Back to neutral. There we go. So we know that everything's lined up. We can safely bolt this thing back together. That's how easy this is. What do you think? So now that you've watched the video, you can easily take yours off and put it back on with confidence. It is that easy. You don't have to make it any harder. Don't lay it on its spine. If you've got it on the boat, take it off the boat. It's so much easier. It's so much easier to line stuff up. Whoa, hold on. Watch this video because it mentions decarbon. Something that I talked about earlier in this video and said I would put it at the end. Remember, we saw the carbon on the drive shaft, telltale sign that the engine is carbing up. All right, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.